Darren Rose here with 98.7 FM on the acoustic stage here at the Viper Room. Taking the main stage in just a couple hours, Steve Aoki. You were just commenting, speaking of the Sunset Strip, on my shirt, Nico Vega.
Yeah, I remember. They played actually at my club, way back in the day.
Yeah.
At Denmark Studios, Cinespace.
And you know, this might be the first announcement, but Asia from Nico Vega just had her baby yesterday.
Oh yeah?
You know that?
Oh,
yeah, she was due. She had her baby. The guys at Dead Sarah had a picture of the tiny little baby. Adorable.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, Sunset Strip, we got to talk about this a little bit.
Right.
What's your first memory? Either the first show you saw here or the first maybe set you played here?
I'd say the Roxy. First time really DJing in LA where I had a crowd would be the Roxy.
Yeah.
It's like one of the best rooms of that size in LA, to bring a crowd and have a stage and have the vibe, and it's got the history. And you walk through and you see like Zach De La Rocha's played here, and some of the biggest bands playing in that room. It's insane.
It's easier to name the people that haven't played the Roxy than to name the people that have played it.
I think there's only a few cities in the world where artists at that size and caliber can go and play a room at this scale, like the Viper Room or the Roxy, just because of the legendary status of the street. You know, like Justice playing here, we were just talking about that.
Right. I mean, the Pumpkins played here last year. Red Hot Chili Peppers played over there last year. It's amazing.
Yeah, I've seen like Beck playing in a small room, or the Pixies. I remember seeing them like Spaceline. It was like just insane to see that kind of thing happening in rooms that only fit like 300, 500 people. You know?
Yeah. Now, you touched on it a minute ago, but I love your background. I love the fact that you started out in the hardcore scene. Talk a little bit more about that and how you evolved from that hardcore element to the EDM world now.
I'd say the bridge between being into punk and hardcore when I was a teenager to where I am now is my label Denmark, because I've been doing my label since I was 19, but I was signing bands outside of hardcore bands. So I would sign like Block Party or The Kills was one of my biggest early signings. Battles, which is more of an instrumental band, got their first EP, and then we just started putting out remixes of the bands that we were putting out, like Block Party or Mystery Jets or The Rakes or Klaxon, stuff like that. And then that's when I was like, that's the era of time when I was DJing.
Okay.
So that trajectory changed me as a DJ into producing more music, and then
Now I know that
6 years later.
Now I know that term DJ in the EDM world sometimes has a mixed feelings. I know that some EDM artists like to be called maybe a producer rather than a DJ. Or what's your take on that? Too sensitive?
Well, you're both. If you're performing,
Sure.
if you're performing, Dead Mouse doesn't call himself a DJ.
Right.
Girl Talk doesn't call himself a DJ. They're performers. They like perform their own music. So
You're in the same boat though. More or less, right?
Well, I'm probably DJing, but I'm doing things outside of just staying behind the decks.
Right.
I don't think there's any issue with DJs that just stay behind the decks and do their thing, because it's still a powerful show. I mean, that's when I see DJs like I think we talked about this in another interview, but my favorite DJ show of two people behind the decks performing was Daft Punk.
Right.
They're not like going crazy. They're not like jumping up and down. They have these helmets on. They have a crazy light show. I mean, it's not a proper DJ set because they have something separate for when they do the Daft Punk show. Mm-hmm. But those guys are, one of the godfathers of house music. Like they're proper DJs. But when they do Daft Punk, it's like something else.
Because I think for a lot of people too, the day of two turntables and a microphone gone.
No. I mean that's hip hop. Like hip hop is.
But that's the original DJ term. I mean, more or less, right?
I mean, the DJs transcend any genre. You can be a rock DJ.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
I've gone to rock clubs where there's playing metal and hardcore. I mean, when I first started DJing, I was playing at 3 of clubs in 2002, and I was playing hardcore records. I was playing like straight hardcore records, and people at the bars sipping their whiskey or just going, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. I meant to ask you this when we were talking about the Dim Mak thing, but you probably get a truckload of music to you from bands all the time, artists. What do you look for when you're going to bring a new artist or performer onto your label?
When it comes to singles, I just really look for the music. It's all about the track itself. When it comes to signing an artist to like a full album deal, I'm looking at, you know, like how they represent themselves. It's not just about the music; it's about the whole package. You know, like what they're all about. And if I understand their vision, then I don't necessarily need to even hear that much music because I already believe in their direction. So there's certain artists like Bloody Beetroots, they sent me a couple of remixes, and I was floored by the sound and, you know, where they were going, that, you know, you already believe in that. So you want to give them the creative control too. So
is there a name or two that you could drop right now that we will hear about next year, that maybe we'll see in next year's SSMF?
We signed Datsik this year as a dubstep artist, and he's an incredible performer as well as a producer. So hopefully you guys can bring Datsik out. Infected Mushroom, he put out their latest album.
Great name.
Azarian Third, which is to me it's like more sophisticated house music, but incredible live show as well. Proxy, this producer from Russia, got like a pretty wide spectrum of dance artists. New Ivory, which is one of my favorite rock bands from England that we just signed, brand new, awesome. They're putting out their album. Hopefully you guys can support them. I love New Ivory.
Check out everything that Steve Aoki has to offer at Dim Mak. See him tonight on the, you're playing East stage, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Main stage, whichever one, East, West, you'll find him at 8:30. Steve Aoki, everybody, thank you.
Yeah.